What's up, Zelda fans? This is Hyper Paradox, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. In the last episode, we cleared Turtle Rock, and as you can see, we earned the 8th and final instrument of the Sirens. In this episode, we're going to see if we can finish things up. But before we do go to the Windfish's egg, we want to go in the library right here. And we'll want to check out this book in the lower right corner. Dark Secrets and Mysteries of Koholint. Do you really want to read it? Yes, we do. Round and round the passageways of the egg. And it is giving us some directions up here. Now keep in mind, you can only read this if you have the magnifying glass with you. So that's it. This book reeks of secrets. Now, I would cut the video until we reached the Windfish's egg, but I just have some things to say. The owl said that if we do indeed wake the Windfish, the island will vanish. Every person that we ever met on our journey, every journey we had, every person we've ever helped out, all the places we went to, gone in an instant. However, are we really doing the right thing? Because, keep in mind, this island is the byproduct of the Windfish's dreams, which means that it could yet reappear yet again if the Windfish goes back to sleep. So maybe our memories will be strong enough to bring the island back into existence. A question for the ages, I must say. But here we are. This is where the Windfish's egg is. Hoot! The Windfish sleeps long and dreamily in the egg above. When you play the 8 siren instruments in front of the egg, he will awaken. This, my friend, is the only way for you to leave the island. Hoo! Yes, it's Mount Tamarack. And as you can see, here is the Windfish, or the Windfish's egg, and if we check our map, we can see that we have explored every square inch of Koholint Island. Everything we have worked for has been leading up to this one moment. So equip your ocarina and play the Ballad of the Windfish. One of only 2 times you do actually play it. And there are the instruments. So now, let's make a little fanfare. Alright. And I have to admit, like I've said before, I really do like this tune. And my sister just came home. I really do like this tune. It has a very nice beat to it. And you can actually hear all 8 of the instruments, which is pretty cool. We are at the highest point of Koholint Island. And there is our owl friend, one last time. The time has come. The Windfish awaits. Enter the egg. Hoot hoot. Let's do it. The final area of the game, the Windfish's egg. Here we go. Now, those directions in the book those arrows in the book were directions. So we go left, up, right, up, left, up, and right, up, right, and up. Now keep in mind, this will change these directions will change with each file you play. So there is not one set of directions. And if you've done it right, there is a pit. Right there. So without further ado, let us jump in. We were born of nightmares. To take over this world, we made the windfish sleep endlessly. If the windfish doesn't wake up, this island will never disappear. We would have been the masters of this place, but you had to come here and disrupt our plans. You can never defeat us. Let's rumble! Let's rumble indeed. Meet the Nightmares. The Nightmares are the final bosses of Link's Awakening, and it is a fight that consists of multiple phases. Starting with this phase, the Shadow Bot, very similar to a Buzz Blob in appearance. And if you remember how to deal with Buzz Blobs, Magic Powder is the key. Except I'm not doing very well. Okay. 1, 2. Usually after the second bounce is the best time. Oh, but sometimes he vanishes on the spot. Okay. So I think 2 more. Just be sure not to stand too close to him. Okay, that is the first phase done. Now for phase 2. And if you're familiar with Link to the Past, it is Aghanim. Now you remember that Aghanim throws projectiles at you. So you have to hit them back. Hit them back at him. This actually brings up a very interesting question. These nightmares are monsters from Link's memories. So is it perhaps possible that when Link entered Koholint Island, he brought the nightmares to the Windfish? Alright, and the bosses that we have fought in Koholint Island have been byproducts of the nightmares. But anyway, if he throws several smaller projectiles, you can't hit those back. And you can't actually block that projectile with your shield. You really should, but for some reason you can't. And come on! Will you please throw a solid energy orb? Good God, sir! You are proving to be very troublesome. But even with all of the phases, this really is not that tough. He is just being very stubborn, because he is not throwing an orb. There we go! And that was his last hit, coincidentally. Alright, now for Moldorm. You should know how to deal with Moldorm. Strike his tail, and 4 times again will do the trick. Alright, next phase. And would you take a look? It is none other than Ganon! Dash attacks, I feel, are the best way to deal with him. But watch out for those flaming bats and his trident when he throws it. Okay, he does take quite a bit of hits, but fortunately he's down instantly. And now the Landmola. 1 shot from the magic rod and it's going down. Now there's one final phase of the fight, and we'll want to equip our bow and our Rock's Feather for it. Meet Deathel, or Death Eye as he's sometimes known as, the true form of the Nightmares. Except I don't know why they use the mini-boss music. It's sort of anticlimactic. But anyway, you have to jump over his spiky arms and shoot his eye with arrows. The problem is it takes about 20 hits. Except I got 3 over there. Now I find it best not to move too much against him. But as you do hit him, the more times you hit him, the faster his arms travel. However, if you have the boomerang, you can actually knock him out in 1 hit. But since I'm not a noob, I'm gonna do it this way. Alright. Now his arms do start moving in more awkward patterns, and that really is the only attack he has. I like to think that Deathel served as inspiration for Vati, but anyway, he's down. This island is going to disappear. Our world is going to disappear. Our world! Our world! And that's all she wrote. Link, you have beaten all the nightmares. Climb the stairs before you. And a stairway instantly appears. And that is a sight to behold. And it kind of looks like the altar from A Link to the Past. And it's our good friend the owl. Hoot, young lad, I mean Link, the hero. You have defeated the nightmares. You have proven your wisdom, courage, and power. As part of the Windfish's spirit, I am the guardian of his dream world. But one day the nightmares entered the dream and began wreaking havoc. Then you, Link, came to rescue the island. I have always trusted in your courage to turn back the nightmares. Thank you, Link. My work is done. The Windfish will wake soon. Goodbye. Hoot! So he was a guardian all along. And there is the Windfish. In the flesh, I am the Windfish. Long has been my slumber. In my dreams, an egg appeared, and was surrounded by an island with people, animals, an entire world. But, verily it be the nature of dreams to end. When I dost awaken, Koholint will be gone. Only the memory of this dreamland will exist in the waking world. Someday, thou may recall this island. That memory must be the real dream world. Come, Link, let us awaken together. So when we wake, the memory, play the 8 instruments, play the Song of Awakening. And once again we summon the 8 instruments. There is Bow Wow, the dog we once helped from the Moblins. The 2 boys playing catch that we saw repeatedly on our ventures to Maeve Village. The beach where we first found our sword. And our good friend Terrin, who helped guide us on our journey. And Marin, our good friend, the first one we made in Koholint. The entire island and all of our memories gone. And something rumbling this way comes. Amazing. Simply amazing. And when we wake up, we find out that there are seagulls and a sun, as should be the case in any version of the sky. We have been adrift all this time. And to find out that we were also asleep. However, the Song of Marin is still heard. So maybe we did experience this journey after all. Well, I have to say, this has been one exciting journey. But if we look up, there indeed is the Windfish, the great deity of whom Koholint was born off of. So, was it real, or was it just our imagination? Well, Link certainly seems to believe it was indeed real. Incredible. Now I gotta say, well, this is it. That's the end of the project. And I have to say, I really enjoyed playing this game. It was a game it was one of my first games on the Game Boy, when I got it way back in 1999. And it was so good to play it once again. I had this flow of nostalgia rushing through me. Memories. That's what this game really is all about. Memories. The memories of one can live on forever, even if no one else experienced them. But I am actually going to take a break before I start my next project, what with school and all. I really don't have anything to say. The imagery really does speak for itself. And they really went all out with this remake. The colors, especially for a Game Boy game, are just beautiful. And Kazumi Totaka, the voice of Yoshi himself, was the major composer of this game. Except I'm not sure if you can actually hear Totaka's song in this game. Like I said, I really don't have anything to say about this game. I really don't have anything to say during these ending credits. I think the imagery just speaks for itself. Memories. The end. And we get a little special treat. Because we never died in this playthrough, we get an image of Marin. Except now it's a seagull, which begs the question, is that seagull Marin? Did she escape from the island? The development team would like to thank you for playing. And I would like to thank the development team for making a great game. So, if you like my videos, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, or give me a positive like. This is Hyper Paradox, signing off.